Before maps, strangers still found ways to belong. At dawn on a riverbank, a small band warms their hands over a smoky fire. A child chews on tubers as elders press fresh tracks into the mud. The sound of stone scraping stone hangs in the air, thick with the taste of rain. Humanity's journey began to slow. Nomads became farmers. Seeds planted near the hearth taught the rhythm of the seasons, and villages thickened into towns. Rivers, once a source of water, became highways of memory and trade. Along the great waterways of Mesopotamia, the Nile and the Indus, surplus grain fed the first cities, and with cities came order. Clay tablets held the first words, laws fixed debts and duties, and coins made trust portable. But authority was reshaped not just by kings, but by teachers. Buddhism, Confucianism, and the prophets of ancient Israel offered new ways to live, binding identity to story and state. But how did these scattered towns become an interconnected world? Across the vast expanse of Afro-Eurasia, the Silk Road stitched together markets and monasteries from the steppe to the sea. Ideas, glass, paper, and plagues moved with spices and stories. To the south and east, monsoon winds powered the Indian Ocean trade. To the west, the ringing of camel bells traced the great trans-Saharan caravans. In parallel, across the Americas and Africa, breakthroughs were rising. Corn fed forest cities, iron reshaped warfare, and sacred calendars ordered time. Different answers to the shared questions of existence. These ancient networks are the ancestors of our own. Our supply chains, the rapid spread of ideas, even our public health battles descend from these very channels. To understand them is to read the present. And just beyond these roads and caravans, sails were waiting for the open ocean. Salt spray lashes crowded decks in the early 1600s. On a creaking Atlantic vessel, a sailor, a translator, and a captive, once a child of a riverbank, brace against the groaning timbers. They grip the wet rail, a taste of salt and fear on their lips. Oceans no longer separated worlds, they stitched them together. Maize and microbes crossed the waves as the Columbian Exchange rewired global diets and ecologies. Plantations spread, and the Atlantic slave trade chained millions, funding new imperial orders. In the ports, new instruments hummed and arguments flared. Science challenged accepted truths, and the Enlightenment claimed that reason could remake the world. But ideas, greed, and hope can accelerate faster than the ships that carry them. In the late 1700s, revolutions toppled kings, promising rights while revealing their terrible costs. Coal-fired engines and steam looms remade life itself, forging nations, empires, and vast new inequalities. 2 world wars shattered old certainties. After 1945, empires fractured. A long Cold War imposed rigid divisions on the world, but other connections were growing. In the late 20th century, global markets and new media linked continents as the digital age gave voice to millions, from classrooms to cathedrals. This history still shapes your paycheck, your passport, and the very weather around you. From the editing of the human genome to the debates in our digital town squares, we are the heirs to these circuits of connection and conflict. A story written in mud, silk, and silicon. A story that is still unfolding.